Well, good morning, and welcome to Center of Spiritual Great Dayton. My name is Reverend Catherine Bliss, and it is my pleasure to be here this morning. So thank you for joining us. We are a vibration of love which lifts us and the ages inspires the same teaching and we're with part of the higher mind music.
You heard it in an old song, you saw it in a storybook. Remember the childhood, you felt in your first crush. You felt it when you lost love. You knew it when your heart broke. You thought it could be a smile. You thought you mother crying and said, "Keep it up." And I said, hey, I'm with you. You felt it, you know, you heard it. Felt it in hands. Fun. Undeniable. You know, maybe you'll got it. By the time you were certain to find love. Oh. Think about it. Find something invisible. And I said, hey, find something invisible. You sang it in a new song. You read it in a book. Saw it in a flower garden. Saw it in your mind's eye. You had it when you let go. You heard it when your heart sang. You saw it in a baby's smile. Saw it in your mother crying silver teardrop. Hey, hey. I thought that stuff was invisible. I said, hey, thought that stuff was invisible. And I'll know it's really true, cause I know what I'm feeling. I got nothing to compare it to. This I know, we are healing. We are healing. Yes, we are healing. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And we are an inclusive spiritual organization, and we teach quality, oneness, and wholeness and love. It is what we are about here. So, again, thank you for joining us. And we support everyone wherever we are on our spiritual journey. It's important for us to honor everyone where I am, where you are. We are each evolving perfectly, exactly the way that we are. So, again, welcome, welcome, welcome. Our vision is to awaken to our spiritual magnificence of ourselves, our one humanity, and our planet Earth. Our mission is to transform our lives and therefore transform the world. Our purpose is that we are a community of love that supports all people in experiencing real transformation. And now I'd like to invite Michael Morrison, one of our newest practitioners. Yay, I'm so happy for that, as he does our invocation and our action.
Good morning, everyone. No matter where you are, right here, right now, the congregation, for those that are coming to us via Facebook and YouTube, I just invite you to become aware of your surroundings. Open your consciousness to this divine truth that Spirit is right where you are. To be still, be receptive to the Spirit. Wonderful it is to know the spirit of love and compassion and truth, abundance, right where you are. That spirit which is infinite in its expression is unfolding this very moment. It is unfolding in the divine right order of this service, that all who participate, divinely guided, they speak and act from the conviction of Spirit as it flows through them. For we are truly one in the Spirit. So thankful for that truth. I bless it for the highest good. And together we say, and so it is. Now let us turn within for some moments of meditation. Again, bringing our awareness to the truth. Spirit is right here, right now. Focusing on our breathing. We breathe in divine essence of Spirit. We exhale the divine essence of Spirit. Allow the inhalation to fill your lungs. To fill them with Spirit. Allow that on each exhalation, all that is no longer necessary is returned to Spirit, for it to be rejuvenated and repurposed. allow your breathing in to just release all the tension in your body. Be still. Know that I am God. Relax. Let go. For this is our true natural state. Now, if you would, just envision yourself wherever you find it most comforting, whether it be in front of a fireplace, curled up on the couch, sitting by the sea, sitting on a bench on a wooden trail in the forest. No matter where you find yourself, know that you are completely safe in spirit. For there is no place that spirit is not. Be still. And in this stillness, just recall some of the things that you have said about yourself over the past couple of days or weeks or months. Some of that which we would label as negative. I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy. I'm not lovable. I am to this or I am to that. Tired. Simply let the words come without judgment, without fear. I am in pain. I am to this, I am to that. No matter what it is, let it come. Continuing to breathe and know that we are still in the presence of God. Spirit. Know that each of those words vanish before you have even completed them. For they are not truth. They cannot stand against the power of spirit, the one truth. They do not define who we truly are. Just as surely as they disappear, the truth is revealed. The truth that we are lovable, that we are good enough. that we are smart enough, that we are giving enough, that we are enough, that we are God in divine manifestation, that who and what we truly are is spirit incarnate. These words forever are etched and forever being revealed to all who see us, including us seeing ourselves, for they are truth and they cannot be erased. From that truth, we stand in strength. We stand in conviction. How wonderful it is. How magnificent the truth is. Taking a couple more deep breaths. Just challenge you that over these next couple of days, as you look at yourself, as you think of yourself, remember the words of truth, remember the words of spirit. If you can, look into a mirror. Know that you are seeing these words reflected to you, for they are who you truly are. We are love. We are spirit. We are compassion. We are more than. We are abundant. We are strong. We are spirit unfolding. Each and every one of us. How wonderful that is to know the truth. So just take a couple more deep breaths and bring your conscious awareness back to your present surroundings as we continue to celebrate this truth in this service. And now we'll go back to the Higher Mind Band.
When I was a boy each week, Sunday we go to church and pay attention to the priest. He would read the holy word, concentrate the holy bread. Everyone would kneel and bow. Today the only difference is everything is holy now. Everything is holy now. When I was in Sunday school, we would learn about the time Moses split the sea in two. Jesus made the water wine. I remember feeling sad. Miracles don't happen still, but now I can't keep track, 'cause everything's a miracle. Everything's a miracle. Everything is holy now. 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 Wine from waters not so small. An even better magic trick is that anything is here at all. So the challenging thing becomes not to look for miracles, but finding where there isn't one. Holy water was a rest. I could barely flip my fingertips. Now I have to hold my breath, like I'm drowning in a sea of it. It used to be a world out there, heaven secondhand passed me down. Now I'm walking with a reverent air, 'cause everything is holy now. 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 And wine water is not so small. An even better magic trick is that anything is here at all. So the challenging thing becomes not to look for miracles, but finding where there isn't one. This morning outside I stood and saw a little red-winged bird shining like a turf burning bush, singing like a scripture verse. Made me want to bow my head. I remember when church let out. Today the only difference is everything is holy now. 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 Everything is holy now.
awesome. Thank you. So, yes, everything is holy now. Our reading today: why all the suffering, sorrow, and pain? Why has tragedy often accompanied the journey of humanity? We were each created with our own will and ability to choose. There is no other way through which true individuality can evolve. Be let alone to discover ourselves, else to be compelled arbitrarily to follow one road, in which case we would be an nation and not an individual. From our founders' homes. And from Scott Abring: when our life is not working the way we would like, pain invites us to revisit our purpose and to consciously redirect our path. Anything that sharpens our attention and remakes our heart into a spiritual filter is transformative and holy. I look in the eyes of a loved one, serenity of nature, a hearty laugh with a friend, or even an episode of pain. Whatever brings us to the present moment and lets us be in the gift of simple acceptance, that is spiritual practice. And now I invite Reverend Catherine back to the pulpit for her message this week.
I know that kind of makes a lot of noise there, but it's the right thing to do. So this month's theme, the soul's call. Carl Jung said, "Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakens." The soul's call is this deeply intimate, challenging, powerful, and global beneficial work we are invited to do daily. This is the global benefit when any one of us awakens. It affects and evolves the whole global consciousness. So that's our theme for the month. Yeah, sounds like fun to me. And today's talk dial is pushed by pain and pulled by spirit. Suppose we didn't deny or avoid our pain, but rather embraced it as an invitation to higher consciousness, deeper love, and the opportunity to be more resolute in our faith and in our action. I believe everything is as real as it's supposed to be. If a person hurts, he or she hurts. There's no use in denying it. And that's by our founder, Ernest Holmes. Center for Spiritual Living's global vision related to today's talk is envision humanity awakening to its spiritual magnificence and discovering the creative power of thought, a world where every person discovers his or her own personal power and ability to create an individual life works within a world that works for everyone. So a woman and her husband on the way to disembark on a cruise boat stopped by a dentist. "I want a tooth pulled, and I don't want Novocaine because we're in a huge hurry." That's what the woman said. "Just extract the tooth as quickly as possible and we'll be on our way." The dentist was quite impressed. "You're certainly a courageous woman," he said. "Which tooth is it?" She smiled and said, "Show him your tooth, dear." So pain insists upon us attending to it, doesn't it? When we have minor pain, we might try some various things to alleviate our pain. We may try a little bit of Motrin, or we may try some ways of dealing with that pain. We may try to pretend like it's not there and hope that it goes away. I've done that. I don't know about you, but I've certainly done that. And sometimes that works. And sometimes not so much. Sometimes pain requires our attention. It needs our time. It is something, we can't just pretend like it's not there, especially when it gets severe. And so we must be willing to kind of breathe that. You know, in my own life, and I'm sure it's true for your life as well, pain's unique to each of us. Some of us have a really high threshold. Some of us have a lower threshold. Some of us has had enough pain in our life that even if we start to get close to it, we start to shake and to shiver, and fear comes about. It's true. It is a part of being a human being. It is a part of listening. And when we don't listen, we've all heard of that that saying that a spiritual 2x4 will kind of knock us around a little bit until we do listen. And it is natural for human beings to have pain. And it is natural for us as human beings to find the best way that we know how in dealing with that. I know in my own life, especially my younger life, particularly in growing up with a single parent who had a little bit of issues with drinking and feeling as though his children were his objects. When we didn't behave, we kind of got knocked around a little bit from time to time. And it was very painful. It was a very difficult situation. And I learned a lot about pain. I learned to have a relationship with pain, and a lot of other relationships too, but particularly for pain. So I had a relationship with pain. I knew that if I did something wrong in my household, that I was going to know I did it because I was going to feel some sort of pain from that. I've also learned that pain is something that opens me up to a greater sense of love and being connected with others, right? I'm not the only one that's ever felt pain. And feeling that pain has opened me up to others and their experience, and to be able to sit with them, whether they're in the hospital, whether it's emotional pain or physical pain, but going through and participating, being willing to own places of pain has healed those places within me so that I could be with others while they're in pain and allow them freedom to deal with it in whatever way that is best for them. So pain insists upon being attended to. God whispers to us in our pleasures and speaks in our consciences. Well, said that really wild. But shouts in our pain. It is Spirit's megaphone to rouse a deaf world. That was by C.S. Lewis and very poorly repeated. Sorry about that. One of the essential requirements for true spiritual growth and deep personal transformation is coming to peace with pain. No expansion or evolution take place without change, and periods of change are not always comfortable. Change involves challenging our things that we're familiar with to us, and daring to question our traditional needs for safety and comfort and control. This is often perceived as a painful experience. And pain can be a perfect fertilizer. I think I've talked about this before. You know, birthing is not easy. It is painful for those of you that have had that experience of birthing a child. Yeah. And in that process, you were guided and you had those around you that loved you and cared about you, and the doctors and the nurses and everyone there to support you during that time of great pain. There was something greater going on, right? There was this process of birthing. There was a great change coming about because a new little one was getting ready to come into at this particular time in your life. And so the pain was endured, knowing that at some point it would come to an end. There was breathing and panting and yelling and screaming. There was all of that pain brought about in order for this birthing to take place. And is that kind of true for each and every one of us? Not that each and every one of us has had a child or given birth, but we have given birth in our lives. There are areas in our lives where we have had panting, whether that's with a practitioner, or a minister, or a doctor, or whoever that supports us through those pain points, where pain pushed us and we really had the only option, which was to change or to allow ourselves to be pulled into something greater and more magnificent. Pain is a perfect fertilizer. As a little seedling that's stuck in the ground, it's stuck in the ground in the dirt, and it goes through various seasons, the winter and all of that, and to the point where that little seedling, its shell, which has been protecting it, has to then rot and fall away for that little seedling to sprout up through that fertilizer, through that minutia, through the soil, to reach out to the light in order for it to grow and to expand and to evolve with maybe flowers or fruit or whatever that seedling is going to produce. So pain is like the fertilizer we use to prepare the grass, the flowers, or the trees to grow. Fertilizers work by the essential nutrients required for a strong, healthy plant. How is our pain providing essential nutrients required for our development? What is the pain guiding us to release, enhance, or substitute in order to achieve the dynamic, meaningful, and fulfilling life that we desire? We can think of pain as preparing the soil of our life to represent our deepest soul's purpose. Pain is not punishment, and I just talked a little bit about my childhood there, just a brief little snippet. It certainly felt that way as I was growing up. It's like, okay, so I'm being punished, and that's why I'm having this pain. Sometimes in Science of Mind, we also have heard these statements, which we have mostly grown out of. But when somebody's hurting or in pain, it's like, what's in your consciousness? Throw it out the window. Throw it out the window. Pain is not punishment. It is not that. And we in Science of Mind have grown up a little bit, and we will not ask you that question anymore. Pain is a way of growth, of expanding. It is a part of our lives. for Growing Pains. I think there's even a little sitcom out there, right? Growing Pains or something like that. I think there is. I don't know that I've seen it, but anyway. So stop thinking that we must have done something wrong if we are experiencing something painful. It's not true. It's more likely we have either set a clear intention to have identified a deep desire to change, and therefore anything that's not in alignment with that change does become painful because it needs to fall away in order for that change to happen. So therefore, pain pushes, right? Recognize how today's painful experience is helping us move away from something that is no longer in alignment with our deepest desires. Identify how this pain is pushing us forward to what it is that we really want. Now is the time to get rid of anything that is a barrier to our best life. So we have within us, I call it an orchestra. We have the divine love intelligence, but it's there. It likes to, chase the waves and play in the sand or do artful, playful things, play with Play-Doh or color or draw, or it's a very creative, freeing aspect of who we are. We have a teenage part of us. We tend to think that just because we collected years that now we're just this age and all that other just disappears and goes away. But it's not true. We have an orchestra within us. And we are incredibly creative. Set in one of those characteristics that we have, or one of those aspects of our lives. For me, it was the teenage years. And maybe that was true for you as well. And that part of my teenage self, that angry, hurt, not misunderstood, and a few other ways I could describe how she felt then. But if I have to be like the conductor of my orchestra. My higher God self is the conductor. And then there's this whole orchestra. And if one part of the orchestra is playing very loudly and throwing the whole song off, the whole music that is trying to be played, which is my life, then it requires some attention. And it requires attention from a higher self, a God self, a knowing self, a wisdom self, whatever you'd like to call that, to pay attention to that part that is asking for some time and some attention. And if you don't pay attention, it will squeal, it will do everything it needs to do, and it will get your attention. It absolutely will, because we are evolving. It is a part of the nature of who we are. So it will call us out. It will call us forward. The good news is we have that higher self, and we can look at that and we can say, I need to hear what's going on here. I need to listen and feel this pain, and it's not going to last forever. But it's calling my attention right now so that healing can happen. And I need to be that loving presence, if you will, to this teenage self or this younger part of myself or whatever that event was, to be able to sit with that part of myself and ask, what's going on? Why are you hurting? And I need to listen. And I need to feel what that is. I don't get to do a spiritual bypass and just like, just be quiet, go over there and sit down. That will not work, because that spiritual 2x4 will get stronger and stronger and stronger, and we will listen. We will wake up. It is our nature to evolve, and what we hang on to try to stay where we are will eventually get pulled from us, and we must take whatever that next step is for growth. So breathe into it. Breathe into that pain. Communicate with that pain. Feel the pain. And know that it will not last forever. It too shall pass. And it will pass much easier and much smoother if we spend some time with it and recognize that it's a part of the nature of who we are. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing other than growth happening. And we need to spend some time with that and let that happen. Therefore, anything not in alignment with our best and highest good must come forward to be replaced. Recognize how today's painful experience is helping us move away from something that is out of alignment and is no longer working for us. Identify how the pain is pushing us towards what we really want. Now is the time to get rid of anything that is a barrier to our best life. So let pain be our pathway. There are others, but today's topic is about pain. Let pain be our pathway. Pain can be your motivation for a breakdown, a breakup, or a breakthrough. What do you choose? That's by Tracy Brown, who is on the Leadership Council for Home Office for Centers for Spiritual Living. It is important to acknowledge the pain that we are experiencing right now, because we can't let it stop us from moving forward. A brighter future, a brighter life. Replace the consciousness that delivered the pain with renewed commitment and a demonstration of our best life yet. Choose qualities of God that have been missing. Increase our spiritual practice. That's the best way to handle pain, is to turn within, to breathe into wherever that pain is. Oftentimes, even if it's emotional pain, we can kind of get a sense of where it's at and breathe love into it. Breathe the energy of spirit into it. Breathe more life into it. Breathe comfort into it. But don't chase it away. Accept it. Allow it to be there. Let it be, a friend that is brutally honest, that moves us into whatever that growth place is for us next. And we will notice that as we shed the old ways and the old beliefs, our faith deepens, and we begin to manifest the life that we have longed for. Our journey through pain is our pathway to joy. None of us enjoys painful experiences, but instead of avoiding them, just as we've been saying, instead of ignoring the pain or pretending it doesn't exist, we can accept it and use it in a positive way. This week, remember, wherever pain we are experiencing, whenever, wherever, however it is for us, can inspire us to choose what we want instead. Transform that pain into fertilizer and then do the work to transform our lives. As we play the edge of our pain, gently opening, acknowledging, allowing, the suffering it caused diminishes. If we further dissolve the boundaries, let ourselves enter into the pain and the pain enter into us, we can see the possibility of going beyond it to where the heart is freer. We've never been so vulnerable, so defenseless, and yet somehow so safe. The surrender we are so frightened of turns out to be not only a sense of possible defeat, but a kind of victory. That's by Ram Dass. How can I help? We have a spiritual power that can overcome every obstacle our experience has set before us. It's safe, satisfying, and at peace. Healed, prosperous, in light of a new life. By Dr. Ernest Holmes. So allow the pain to guide each of us, carry us forward. I don't know about you, and you know, maybe if you think of something that was particularly painful for you recently, that once you moved through that and transformed that there was some level of freedom and comfort. Something transformed and changed. Sometimes that transformation can be, like I said, soft and gentle when we're paying attention. And sometimes it's a spiritual 2x4 and owie zowie. So today, just notice and pay attention. And not only to your pain, but we can do this practice. It's called a Tonglen practice, where we breathe in our pain and we breathe out comfort. And when we have done that practice and it feels releasing, then we can breathe in whatever pain or suffering another is feeling, and then breathe out compassion. We can do that with our family, we can do it with our friends, we can do it with our city, our county, our world, the 8 billion people that are on this planet. We can do this. And it is ours to do. For when one of us makes a difference in our practice, it makes a difference in the world. It makes a difference in the galaxy, everywhere. For there is truly only one of us. So that change in consciousness changes all of consciousness. So let's just take this into prayer now. So I recognize Father, Mother God, Infinite Spirit, that divine love intelligence that is everywhere present in everything that I see and in so much more that I do not see. God is that beautiful flowers and colors and the sunshine and the almost summer. God is the swimming pool. God is the children that we play and laugh with. God is in the celebration of life itself. In each of us, all 8 billion of us, at the very core, at the very center of our being, it's God. It's love. It's peace. It's harmony. It's joy. It's compassion and comfort. And so much more. I cannot begin to express all of God. I do know that I am created from its magnificence, and it is what and who I am. And as I know that this is true for me, I know that it is true for everyone here in the sanctuary and everyone online. That God created each of us out of its love and its joy and its harmony and its comfort and its peace. It is what and who we are. So I know that right now that whatever discomfort or pain that has been knocking at our door, that we open the door and we welcome the pain in. We bring it in. We have tea with it. We sit down and have a conversation with it. We feel it. We acknowledge it. We welcome its gift. And we grow and we expand. and we move past that pain into absolute joy. I know this is the courage of my life, and I know that it is the courage of all life, whether it's that little seedling popping up out of the ground to express its freedom into the sunlight, or that new child that was just born. The joy of holding that little babe through all the pain that just was felt to have this little bundle of joy. Makes me smile. So I know that God is in everything, and I know that God is good. And I know that whatever is needed, whatever resources, whatever prayer, whatever is needed to move us through that pain, that we already have it. We are courageous, and we are filled with a presence and a power about us that is more than able to handle anything that comes to us. And we are freed by that process. We are freed by stepping through it. We are free by saying yes to all of life. So life is good, yes? So right now I just released this word into that creative medium that we call the law. We also call it the soil. I release it into that which then it must come into fruition. It has no choice because it is this thing that we call the law. I have spoken into it. I know it is the truth, and I am grateful, so grateful to know this truth right here and right now. And so I just let it go. I just let it be. For it is already in the mind of God. Even before I spoke it, it was already done. And please join me in saying, and so it is. Thank you.
Higher vibe, live in me. Higher vibe, set me free. Meditating on higher truths is creating a living proof in a peaceful way. Everything I do, everywhere I go, everyone I know is alive and loved and shining in the mind of God. Higher by, live in me. Higher by, set me free. Meditating on higher truth is creating a living truth in a peaceful way. Everything you do, everywhere you go, everything you do, everyone know is alive and living in the mind of
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very, very much. We love our Higher Mind Band. So now is time for our conscious giving. And if you are with us out there online, please know that you can hit donate on the Facebook page right there. You can also text us to 937-595-0142. And I do believe this is probably scrolling along the bottom of your screen. And you can also text us here, right here in the room. Yeah, 937-595-0142. You can also donate at our website, www.cslgd.org, or you can mail a gift to the center. And please note that our website is actually being updated and is about ready to go live. So if it acts a little funky for you right now, it's because we're right in the middle of getting that switched up and changed. But I'm very excited. Nate Victor, which has done this for us basically at his own gift to the center, because of the difference that we've made in his life. He's, I would say, in his mid-30s, and he started coming to the center when he was just a little guy. I remember seeing him running around. He was probably about 5 years old, little blonde-haired kid, cute as can be, and he's still quite handsome. So please use your Kroger's, your Dorothy Lane Market, and your Amazon Smile programs, because when you do that, we get a little bit of a kickback for that, which doesn't cost you anything extra. And now please take your gift and place it over your heart. And if you wish, you may repeat after me. I am conscious of the inner presence as my lavish abundance. I am conscious of the activity of this mind of infinite prosperity. Therefore, my consciousness is filled with light of truth. We are conscious of the inner presence as our lavish abundance. We are conscious of the constant activity of this mind of infinite prosperity. Therefore, our consciousness is filled with the light of truth. And thank you for your gift to the center, your tithe for the center this morning. We appreciate it. It makes a huge difference in us getting out the science of mind teaching in the world, which is to have a world that works for everyone, for ourselves, for our loved ones, and for all of those that we reach. Changing our own consciousness indeed changes the world. And now I'd like to invite Michael Morrison, our practitioner, back up for a few announcements.
There is a new Zoom link now available for Science of Mind 101 prayer and discussion group with practitioner emeritus Marge Russell. So please join her and others every Sunday morning, starting at 9:30 and ending somewhere around 10:30ish. If you haven't been to Marge's Science of Mind 101 class and discussion group, I highly encourage you to go. Marge is such a wealth of science of mind, principle, and presence. You don't walk away from one of her discussion groups feeling deprived or empty. Let's just say that. The Leadership Council will be present. Will present our next town hall. That is scheduled for June the 27th. At 11:45 a.m. right here in the sanctuary after the celebration that day. Please stick around and ask questions, get updates, and information about our spiritual community. All Zoom and other information are always in our weekly e-newsletter. Please let Reverend Catherine know by leaving her a message or a text at 614-506-4261 if you would like to be on that, to receive that e-newsletter. And very soon you'll be able to subscribe to it on our website. And now for prayer request. If you would like prayer, we have a prayer line number that you can text or call. It is 937-343-5855. That number goes directly to your practitioner core. And Lana Mayhew manages that and disseminates all of that to the practitioners almost instantaneously as soon as she gets it, and she checks it very often. You can also request prayer from our website at www.cslgd.org. So please reach out to your practitioner core. We're here to support you, to know the truth for you when you are having some difficulty knowing it for yourself. We want to be there to pray you through. And now I'd like to invite Reverend Catherine back for some closing arguments. For some Thanksgiving and some closing comments. I am a Libra, so you know.
Hey, thank you, Michael. Yeah, the closing arguments are please, please avail yourself to a practitioner for prayer. You can do so right after the service. We have a couple of practitioners here today, and I know they would love to pray with you. Do not walk away hurting in any way. Even if you just want to express your joy, please reach out to a practitioner. Okay, so where am I now? I believe I'm at the point here to say thank you. Yes, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Thank you to the Sunday service team. We have the Higher Mind Band. Their amazing music this morning. Kenny Rice is our music director, and Dan Hefner for his vocals and as well as his guitar. Thank you both. Thank you to practitioner Michael Morrison for his sacred service this morning, for his beautiful meditation. Thank you for that very, very much. That was wonderful. Also to practitioner emeritus Marge Russell as she holds the high watch for us this morning. And to our audio and video team over here. Yay. Yes, that's Patrick Schmalstig and practitioner Andy Hawk. So they have made our service available for you out online. So thank you. Thank you both very, very much. Send them love if you're out there on Facebook or out there on YouTube. Just do that quick typing thing that you all manage to do on your phones especially. And we appreciate very much that you are here with us. So thank you. If this is your first time, come back, give us another try. Go to our website, www.cslgd.org, or at, yes, it's an at. Well, it's out there being shown across the screen. You know what it is. Michael says thanks to our greeters. I have a couple of more announcements. I think I did just kind of briefly touch on this. Our website is being rebuilt and is now being hosted by Nate Victor. And Nate Victor has multiple times said how much he appreciates to be able to serve and to contribute to us in this way. So he will be hosting it and managing it. And it is just a wonderful, beautiful absolutely thing, and many of our applications get to tie together to be on that as well, so I'm really, really grateful for that. Also, I'd like to invite, if we could, have Kelly come up for an announcement, and also come on up, Kelly. Before I hand over the mic to her, I just wanted to say that the Leadership Council, as of last Wednesday, we are now fully open. Fully open. So if you want to be here in person, you come on. You come on. You're welcome. If you want to stay online, we will continue to do our service online as well. So you can always stay in your jammies and have your breakfast and just watch us. We would love that. We want to make a difference in your life. So please join us wherever you are, however you want. When you come in, we are going to continue to ask you that if you have not been vaccinated, to please wear a mask. If you have been vaccinated, the choice is yours. We welcome you. We want you here safely, and we want you to feel comfortable, however that is. We will not ask you if you've been vaccinated. We will not ask you those questions. We know that you are conscious and aware, and whatever choices you make are the benefit you and everyone else. So thank you. And now, Kelly.
Thank you, Reverend Catherine. It's great to be here. Higher Mind Band, everyone. I want to have everyone mark your calendars for Saturday, July 3rd. We're going to have a fun picnic here at the center. So it'll be fun. It'll be great to gather with everyone again. It's going to be Saturday, July 3rd from 12 to 3. We're going to be grilling closer to 12. The center will provide the grill items, the meat and veggie burgers and hot dogs and water, but we want everyone to come. If you want something other than water, bring that. It's going to be a potluck, so if you want to bring a side dish or dessert, that'd be great. We're going to have bocce ball. We're going to have cornhole. We're going to try to do a drum circle. So if you have any drum type stuff, bring that. So look for more information to come. Reverend Catherine will have it on the e-newsletter. Andy will make a Facebook event where you can indicate what you want to bring as a side dish. I'll do a meetup event. If you have any questions, you can contact me, Carol Huseman, Andy Hawk, Reverend Catherine, or Jan Galliardo. So look forward to seeing you then. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, now I think we are to that point where we actually say our affirmation. Here it is. I acknowledge and attend to my pain and claim my growth and freedom through its transformation. And now let's enjoy some music as we close our service this morning.